Okay, boom, 5 p.m. We're doing the recap. So basically, going into the day, I dropped my pre-market analysis. I want to see lower session AMD here, accumulation, manipulation higher. What I want to see was lower off of this
You're not
BPR,
streaming.
which I got. Thank you. All right, what I wanted to see was lower off of this BPR right here, and I want to see this act as a protected high, which it didn't. And I'm gonna get a little bit more into this. But as you can see, we have accumulation, we have the manipulation, which we came up to manipulate up one more time. I was not anticipating that. But what I did want to see inside of my recap was to run into a key level, which is this, the 2.5 of this 4-hour CB. And that's exactly what we got. So we got inducement, the manipulation, and we had our first entry based off of my entry model of just a short right here. And Jolt's job opening actually ran to the take profit of the entry, which is right here. It was this BPR. Take profit was this these lows nestled inside of the 930 presented gap, and I ended up taking a loss. Where did I take a loss? I gotta remember where I ended up taking a loss at. But this is the first trade right here, and I think my second trade, I have to go through my stats to break it down. It was, I remember. Okay, it was off of the 930 presented gap. Yeah, okay, I remember. Yeah, it was off the 930% gap, which in my analysis, I actually want to see us inverse it and continue lower, as you can see here, especially after manipulating through the high, running into a key level, having SMT at the heights. Everything is perfect for shorts here. So we pushed lower, we closed below, and I shorted off of it, which I ended up getting stopped out, which I could have improved it just by using OTE and looking a little bit more in depth on what... Just look... Oh, sorry, one. OTE. Just looking a little bit more in depth at their standard deviations, you can see the perfect alignment with 705 right here. And we could have looked for some sort of short off of this, off of any type of PDA rate if we wanted to go for like a complete fill of this gap. We could have looked for this breaker right here because we have S&P highs. This is a high probability breaker. Also, all this happened within the 950 macro, especially the entry. So this would have been a very valid entry if you want to take shorts off of this breaker. And closing below 930% gap is more of a signature that I consider to be extremely bearish. So once we do close below the 930% gap, I'm very bearish. So with that in mind, I want to see further follow through lower. I did not want to see, I'll show you what the 4-hour looked like at this time. I did not want to see the 4-hour act as a rejection block for this specifically, and that's kind of exactly what happened. This 4-hour candle ended up acting as a rejection block. I think we ran not really entirely into consequent encroachment, but we have inducement right under, or right near consequent encroachment. So this leads into my second loss. I was more bearish biased. Going into the 1050 macro, I was very complacent. I wasn't looking for the right things. I was supposed to be looking for shorts, I mean longs, and I wasn't looking for longs. And the only thing that would have changed it was the SMT at the lows. So as you can see, we run into the rejection block, which is a higher time frame PDA rate. We could also use the 4-hour wicks to determine that we are running into a level that we want to see a rejection off of. So using the wicks here, which we failed to tap into CE, which is a tragedy, but it still counts. But we basically wick into it. Wait, no, we don't. Yeah, okay, we didn't wick into it yet. So this wasn't really any type of higher time frame narrative. But what I wanted to see was accumulation, manipulation, because I saw a little bit of SMT at the highs. So I saw this side get purged. I wanted to see us continue lower. And I ended up shorting off of this inversion where I got stopped out pretty quickly, and the only thing that could have improved it was just noticing the SMT at the lows, and potentially even using standard deviations from this high down to this low, and just looking for projections, is this one? And just looking for anything that would have aligned with a reversal here, which I can't really see anything that would have given me high confidence. We did have this 15-minute BPR that caught my eye though, right here, so respecting this could have been the turning point, which I'm realizing now this was what we were supposed to look for, this 15-minute BPR.
705 too.
You're right, as well as 705.
Very strong.
Very strong area for us to reject off of. Whoa, OTE. Yeah, very, very strong area for us to reject off of. That was actually perfect, yeah. Going off of this is actually a perfect, almost looking for longs off of this would be perfect. So once we do have all this, longs would have been the move. We have our, basically, key level that we want to see get tapped, and this is the important thing that I barely talk about. Look at this BISI. BISI's respected, you can see order flow is obviously bullish. We're failing to respect these bearish PD arrays, so we want to be looking for longs. I was considering this whole thing to be more of a just a small internal market maker buy model, because I was thinking that this is a smart money reversal, distribution up towards this accumulation range. I would be considering this to be the original accumulation of a larger move, so we probably came up and rebalanced this throughout the day, as you can see here. So market maker buy model, but accumulation, smart money reversal, repricing above. Okay, but with that in mind, I was looking for shorts. I got smashed out on shorts because I saw this little BPR form. I was like, okay, not bad shorts. But I was completely oblivious to the fact that we had SMT at the lows with YM, and we had a beautiful A plus long entry here. So everything aligned with this one really well. Stop loss for this one, it more than likely would have been right below or somewhere inside of a quadrant or somewhere inside of this BISI. I wouldn't want to go straight below the BPR for this instance because it isn't really a clean one. I'd rather go rejection block. CE of this gap would probably be the best option, and I'd be targeting at least a 1 to 3, potentially even a 1 to 4, but I said I want to see into the new day opening gap. So new day opening gap is probably our best draw on liquidity for this trade. I like targeting them. They're a very clean draw, especially when you're trading macros. Price tends to treat, how do I say this? Price tends to treat macros or new day opening gaps a little bit stranger inside of the macros, as you can see. Huh? Okay, so look, rejecting, below, rejecting. This is all happening inside the macro. There is some sort of algorithmic thing I forgot ICT said about new day and new week opening gaps inside the macro. I was studying the 2024 just to remember everything, and I couldn't find much other than just some really good psychology stuff. But going to the 50-minute, we could see that this ended up being the market maker buy model, original accumulation right here. And then with the move lower, smart money reversal, and you could probably see this on the 5-minute, the overall structure of it, and the repricing above. And what I really want to go over is this right here. The consequent encroachment of this 4-hour SIBI was very good. I don't know if we had it on, no, we had it on NQ, I mean. Pretty sure it was an NQ where we had the volume imbalance between for the 4-hour gap. Yeah, right here. So looking at this on NQ, I was watching NQ at the time. But we have consequent encroachment of this 4-hour gap, and we manipulated to it inside of the macro, which is very clean. So like pop-up macro, look, we run into it. We have a rejection block right here, where this would have been a really good short off the rejection block, just for the instance. There's some things I'm working on to identify if this is more like a higher probability entry, because I was really looking at this whenever I was tape reading it in the library. I was looking to short off of this on paper and have my stop at the high of the wick just off the rejection block because of the clean rejection, but our model was stemming off of this inversion gap right here, which when I was watching it, I was watching how we reacted off of this, and we pushed lower, and I think most of you guys know what the take profit would be. So boom, take profit right down here. Very good take profit. This is a good trade in general. This is kind of what we want to see in terms of the model. And rejection block, we came up one more time, and then it looks like we pushed lower the rest of the day. So that's everything I noticed for the day. I'm going to be improving a lot more in terms of solitude. I don't really want much people talking when I'm trying to trade. It's better if we're just silent. I can focus up better. That's really it for the recap. Do we have any questions? So none. Okay.
Did you trade today?
Yes, 2 L's.
2 L's. What'd you take? Shorts?
Shorts and longs.
Oh,
No, shorts and shorts. Yeah, shorts and shorts. I mean.
where's your first? Yeah, I got lucky. I just traded Asia. I did not want to trade New York today.
Dang. Okay.
And then I kind of have to trade Asia today if I do trade, because I have to get my wisdom teeth removed tomorrow.
Oh shoot.
And it's literally right around market open. And I'm not trading while I'm laughing gas, bro.
You're good, bro. Okay. I'm gonna just pop this down, throw this in my stats, and then be done for the day with everything trading related. Come back tomorrow. Go even harder. Okay, perfect. I am done. I will see you guys later. If you have questions, DM me. I got you. I'll probably be chilling in Black Sheep a little bit later, but see you guys later.